Hello, Geminis, and welcome to your weekly love reading with No Cut Cards Tarot. And your weekly song for this week is going to be Reflections. They gave me the artist name, but I'm going to say Mulan because then everybody going to know what I'm talking about, okay? So Mulan. And the reason I chose this song is because you guys are really concerned about what everybody else thinks of you right now and how everybody feels about how you are living your life, okay? And to be frankly, to keep it frank, who cares, right? Live your life, because at the end of the day, you only get one, and you're bound to have at least one person who likes it. And that's you, the only one who cares. So I hope you guys enjoy your reading, and it starts now. Hello, Geminis. Here goes your weekly love reading. We're going to go ahead and get started and see what the cards have for you. Okay. Sorry, I had a feeling. Take that second. And overall energy, look at there. All right. I'm not more of a nerd. Okay. So right now, Geminis, you guys are in a Three of Cups energy, which is, I love to see, okay? Because the Three of Cups, it's literally a time of celebration, a time of happiness. Everything seems to be on the up and up right now, which is wonderful. You know, this is a time to celebrate and be happy with your friends and family. Despite whatever you're celebrating or not celebrating, this is a time to come together. So even if this isn't like you're not celebrating a new job or a new baby or anything of the sort, that's fine too. The card still represents a time to be amongst loved ones and to enjoy a moment, because that may be what you need at this moment, okay? But we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start at the top and work our way down. All right. So first off, you guys got the Judgment card in reverse, okay? And Judgment can be harsh, okay? And that's what these people in the bubbles are doing. They've taken a time of reflection, and at the end of it, when that shaman blows his horn, if they feel like they've gotten past the judgment, then they'll be free from their grief, from their sorrows, from their burdens. And if not, then they won't. So at the end of the day, it's really up to you on how judgment affects you. You can't let the thoughts or the feelings of other people negatively affect yourself. Because at the end of the day, who cares what people think? I mean, I hate to say it that way, you know, I'm a YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. I have to care what people think, but at the end of the day, nobody's here with you for life except yourself. Okay, I'm the only ride or die I got. So at the end of the day, who gives a damn about what anybody else has to think about how you personally live your life? Okay, and that's kind of how you have to carry it. Thanks for your input, but I'm good. And if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. You're entitled to how you feel. Okay. But moving on, you got the Moon card in reverse, okay? So your subconscious is being blocked, and that's probably because you got too much going on with all this judgment being bad. You're like, damn, people really feel this way about me? Like, sorry, I have a friend going through the same situation, so it's just funny. But anyway, you're like, damn, this is really how people feel about me? Like, fuck, like, what have I been doing? So you're so caught up in your own emotions. Like, what the fuck have I been doing that people feel like I'm a fucked up individual? Like, it doesn't mean that you are a fucked up individual. It just means that sometimes you come off a bit dickish, you know? And if you don't want to come off dickish, then try to control how you approach certain situations. Try to talk to people the way that you would want to be talked to. And if you're a dickhead and you like to be talked like that, you know, try to remind yourself on a day-to-day basis that not everybody's the same. So let me try to give people the same respect that I want them to give me, you know, because people can't read your brain and you can't read people's brain. So there's only so much that you can hold yourself accountable for. You can't always know what's going to set a person off or going to offend somebody, but at the end of the day, you can try your best to avoid it. Okay? Moving on. Strength in reverse. Okay? So people get strength fucked up. They think that strength is brawn. However, strength is not always brawn. Strength can be shown in the littlest ways, just like this. People think that the whale is the strong one. However, the mermaid's strong because she came to help. You know, she helped this immense creature get out of something that's so small to her, you know? So strength is all about perception, and that's what the cards want to remind you guys right now. With everything that you're going through, you know, being emotionally hurt or feeling some type of way, it's okay. It doesn't negatively impact who you are to feel a certain type of way. That's why we were given emotions, because we're supposed to have feelings. So if you have feelings, that doesn't make you a less than a person or a lesser than of a man. It just means that you feel a certain type of way. Okay, everybody has feelings, and it doesn't make you any different that you express them. Sorry, making a mess. Moving on. Okay, Seven of Wands. I mean, Swords. Sorry, Wands. Swords. You got the Seven of Swords. So right now, you're coming into this unknown situation. That's what I want to call it, because I don't want to say new, because I feel like we've been here before, but we're still unclear what's going on. You know what I mean? So you're coming into this unknown situation and you don't really know how to approach things. Just like the boys in the card, you know, you're a little confused, like, ooh, they're shiny, they look new, but you know, they could be old. I really don't know. You know, they're just investigating shit and seeing how it goes. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with dipping a toe, especially in a relationship. Honestly, I was actually just telling said friend the other day, like, there's levels to this shit. You can't just, you know, open up to anybody. You know, there's, okay, I like my coffee black and my kid's birthday is, you know, there's levels to this. I'm not gonna tell you about everything about children day one, and I'm gonna tell you after I feel like maybe you're a contender for my life. You know what I mean? I'm not just bringing anybody around my kids, but what I will do, I can tell you how I like my coffee, because you might want to surprise me and bring it to me one day. You know what I mean? So there's levels to this shit. You can't just come out of the gate with something new and dive head first. I mean, you could, but that's how a lot of people end up fucked up in the end. I'm just saying, you know, you go on a new experience, not really knowing what the fuck you do, and what do you expect to happen? Most people out of the gate trying something new anticipate making an error. So if you approach it more cautiously, the likelihood of you making a mistake goes down. So there's nothing wrong with you taking cautious in something that's so new to you or so unknown, because it may not be new. It may just be unknown, which is the vibe I'm getting. So we're going to keeping going. Queen of Swords. Now, she's my bad bitch card. I know for those of you who watch, you already know who she is, but she's coming out. So, okay. I feel like this is a good bad bitch moment now. Let me clarify that, because it sounds crazy. Like, how can you be a good bad bitch? But there are good bad bitches. You're like, oh, that's my bitch. That's the kind of bad bitch I'm talking about. Not like, ooh, that's bad bitch, but like, ooh, look at her, you know, like, damn. That's what I'm talking about. You're coming into this power, into this energy where you're like, honestly, I give a fuck less about how you feel, but not in a bad way, in a I'm okay with who I am kind of way. And you can either get on the ship or get left at the dock kind of way, you know, like, I can really give a fuck less, but I mean, if you can get on board, you can get on board, but if not, there's the door energy. So, which I love, because that's a self-love that a lot of people don't have. And honestly, at the end of the day, people may see it as dickheadedness or cockiness, but you know what I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it bad bitchness, because that's what it is. I love me, and either you can love me too, or you can hate me from a distance. But those are your only two options, take it or leave it. So, moving on. You got the Three of Wands. You're out of focus right now. I feel like there's too much going on, and you need to take a step back, because the Three of Wands is all about focusing your energy. That's what wands do, okay? Essentially, a wand in the spiritual sense, it focuses your energy so that you can create and manifest larger things, okay? So let's say I got 4 projects going at once, right? 4 projects. 1 or 3, you know, are gonna fall short. And why is that? It's because I'm biting off more than I can chew. I got 2 hands. Okay, so yeah, multitasking can be a thing, but it's all about how you do it. If you bite off more than you can chew, you're bound to fuck up somewhere, okay? Moving on. You got your Emperor in reverse, okay? The Emperor in reverse is not necessarily a bad card, but it's not a great card either, because the vibe he's giving me right now is just the same as the Three of Wands, honestly. You're biting off more than you can chew. You feel like you're a ruler, but you're really not built for this. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take care of the peasants and the royal folk at the same time. Like, that's a lot. You know, when you finally think about it that way, oh, like, I can do this. Peasants and royal folk, that's only 2 groups of people. But when you think about the population of those people, like, fuck, I gotta take care of 500 of these niggas. I thought maybe 15, 20 at the max, you know? So you signed up for something that essentially you felt like you can handle. That wouldn't be shit. And it ended up being way harder than you expected, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, because heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know what I mean? When you sign up for responsibilities, they're supposed to stress you out. They're supposed to be hard and challenging, because that's why they're challenges. You know what I'm saying? If challenges weren't easy, were easy, they wouldn't be challenges. So by doing this, it just opens your mind up to, okay, a little harder than I thought, expanding, doing more than I anticipated. Okay, I could still maybe do this, but your confidence is coming down now. So you're going from that bad bitch to that, you're kind of starting to see where your error is. And there's nothing wrong with that, because once you see the error, then you can fix it. Okay? That's where the Sun card comes in, okay? The Sun card is one of my favorites too, because it's a constant reminder that the sun has many purposes. It's beautiful, it's bright, it gives life, but it can also take it away. Okay? So it reminds you to create a balance. To when you take on these responsibilities, make sure that you're prioritizing, that you have a plan, because at the end of the day, if the sun spends too much time in one place, everything there's going to die. It's going to burn up, it's going to dry up, it's going to shrivel up and die. That's the epitome of the situation. So that's the same thing in your life here, Gemini. If you take on too much and you essentially give too much to one task at a time, it's going to overload, it's going to fall apart completely. Okay? So really take a step back and methodically approach your new responsibilities, because that's the best advice I can give you. Okay? We're going to go ahead and get you guys some oracle cards and see if we can get you a little more advice before we get you out of here for the week. Any more messages for my messages for Geminis in regards to any messages for my Geminis because it's October 20th, 2020. Because I saw some blue, so I just want to make sure, I wasn't wrong. Okay. Alrighty, guys, let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first one I saw, which was risk. Okay, you guys have to come out of your comfort zone. If you expect to make these changes or to appease anybody around you, then you have to come out of your comfort zone. And if you don't anticipate that, then that's cool too. Because honestly, at the end of the day, stepping out of your comfort zone can still yield great results. Okay, so not just stepping out of your comfort zone to make people happy, but also doing something new and exciting. Okay, it can yield wonderful results. Okay, High Priestess of Fire. Okay, so potentially stepping out of your comfort zone could result in a brand new passion that you didn't even know you had. And that's what fire is. The fire in the cards are often your passions, your deepest desires that you didn't even know you had. Okay. Complicated, much like the Gemini. Okay, dual-sided. Things are complicated. You can't take things for face value, because that's not always what they are. Okay, so don't judge a book by its cover, and make sure that you don't allow people to judge you by yours either. Invisible. Yet again, Gemini, you still feel unseen, and that's fine. People don't have to see you. Okay, as long as you know you're there, that's all that matters. Okay, live your life for you, and everything else will work itself out in the end. Moving on. Fulfillment. That's why I laughed, because it's perfect. Everything will work itself out in the end, and that's essentially what's happening. Once you embrace yourself, then everything else will fall into place. When you develop a self-love like a lot of people don't have, people start to gravitate to it. Okay, so be prepared for that as well, because it's not going to be an easy transition, and people are going to hate you for it. But that's cool, because at the end of the day, where they hate you, you'll love yourself. Moving on. And the moon, your subconscious already knows what you need to do. You've been hearing it for some time, and it's finally time to embrace it. Okay, I really hope you guys enjoyed your reading, and if you didn't, that's cool too, because there's always a chance at a better deal next week. And before I let you guys go, I want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to YouTube videos, and don't forget to like us on Instagram and Facebook at NoCutCards and at NoCutCards_tarot, and join us every Tuesday for our live Tarot Tuesday sessions, where you can get one free question by just coming in. All right, guys, we'll hope to see you there.